Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 unsportsmanlike moments in pro sports. We're talking about the moments that made you jump off the couch, the moments that made you question everything you thought you knew about sportsmanship. These moments shocked fans and left a lasting impact on the world of sports. Buckle up, because we're about to dive into the ugly side of competition, the moments that transcended the game and became infamous chapters in sports history. 1997 Las Vegas Heavyweight Championship, Mike Tyson versus Evander Holyfield, the rematch the world was waiting for, but nobody, and I mean nobody, expected what happened next. Round 3, they tie up. Suddenly Tyson does the unthinkable. He bites Holyfield not once but twice on the ear. The crowd goes bananas. Referee Mills Lane is beside himself. Tyson is disqualified. The boxing world is in shock. I mean, come on. Biting? That's not boxing, that's savagery. This wasn't just unsportsmanlike, it was barbaric. The 2006 World Cup Final, Italy versus France. A match that promised to be a thrilling encounter filled with passion, skill, and drama. The world watched with bated breath as these two footballing giants clashed on the grandest stage of all. The weight of nations on their shoulders, every pass, every tackle, every shot carried the hopes and dreams of millions. The atmosphere was electric, the tension palpable, and at the center of it all, Zinedine Zidane, France's captain, their talisman. A player of immense talent and grace, Zidane had the ability to change the course of a game with a single touch. His vision, his control, his leadership were unmatched. But in extra time, something snaps. Zidane and Materazzi tangle, words are exchanged. The tension that had been building throughout the match reached a boiling point, and then, BAM! Zidane headbutts Materazzi square in the chest. A moment of sheer madness, a split-second decision that would change everything. Red card, Zidane is off, France loses. The dream of lifting the World Cup shattered in an instant. The French team, the fans, the entire nation was in shock. The world is left speechless. Commentators struggled to find the words to describe what had just happened. Fans could hardly believe their eyes. It was a moment that would be replayed and analyzed for years to come. One of the greatest players ever, gone in a flash of anger. Zidane's illustrious career, filled with moments of brilliance, now had a dark shadow cast over it. The image of him walking off the field, head bowed, would be etched in the memories of football fans forever. It was a moment of madness that tarnished a legendary career. Headlines around the world screamed of Zidane's fall from grace, a hero to many, now a figure of controversy. The 2006 World Cup Final would be remembered not just for the football, but for the moment Zidane saw red. 2004, Pacers-Pistons, a rivalry game. Tensions are high, but what started as a regular season game descended into utter chaos. It's late in the game, a fight breaks out on the court. Ben Wallace and Ron Artest get tangled up. Artest goes into the stands after a fan throws a drink. Then all hell breaks loose. Players fighting fans, fans fighting players. It was a full-blown riot. Suspensions were handed out, reputations were tarnished. This wasn't just unsportsmanlike, it was a black eye for the NBA. Chapter 4, Suarez bites again. Luis Suarez, a brilliant striker but also a man known for his controversial moments. And, at the 2014 World Cup, he added another chapter to his bizarre legacy. Uruguay versus Italy, a tense match, and then it happened. Suarez, in the penalty area, leans in and bites Giorgio Chiellini on the shoulder. The replays are shown around the world. There's no doubt. He bit him. Suarez receives a lengthy ban. It was a moment of madness that shocked the world. Chapter 5. The whack heard around the world. Figure skating. It's supposed to be the graceful sport. But in 1994 it was rocked by a scandal that could have been ripped from a Hollywood movie. Tonya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan, two of America's best vying for Olympic glory. But weeks before the games, Kerrigan is attacked. The assailant is connected to Harding's ex-husband. The figure skating world is in shock. Harding's involvement is debated endlessly. She claims innocence, but the damage is done. Chapter 6, Serena's Outburst. Serena Williams, a name synonymous with power, grace, and unparalleled skill on the tennis court. One of the greatest tennis players of all time, Serena has amassed an incredible number of titles and accolades throughout her career. Her dominance in the sport is unquestionable, but even Serena isn't immune to letting her emotions get the best of her. The intensity with which she plays often mirrors the passion she feels inside. The 2018 US Open Final, Serena versus Naomi Osaka. The pressure is immense. The world watches as two generations of talent clash on one of the biggest stages in tennis. During the match, Serena is given a code violation for coaching. She loses it. The tension that had been building up throughout the match finally erupts. She argues with the umpire, calls him a thief. The crowd is stunned. The atmosphere in the stadium shifts dramatically as everyone tries to process what is happening. Serena is penalized a point, then a game. Osaka wins the match. The young Naomi Osaka, who had idolized Serena, finds herself in a bittersweet moment of victory. It was a controversial end to a dramatic final. The match would be remembered not just for the tennis but for the raw emotions and the intense drama that unfolded. Chapter 7, The Hand of God, 1986 World Cup Argentina vs England. A match loaded with political and historical significance. Then, in the 51st minute, it happened. Maradona jumps for a header, but the ball sails into the net off his hand. The English players are furious. The referee doesn't see it. The goal stands. Argentina wins the match and the World Cup. Maradona later claims it was the hand of God. It remains one of the most controversial goals in history. Chapter 8, The Fastest Man Disgraced. The 1988 Olympics in Seoul, South Korea. Ben Johnson, the Canadian sprinter, explodes out of the blocks in the 100-meter final. He smashes the world record. He wins gold. But his triumph is short-lived. Johnson tests positive for steroids. He's stripped of his medal. The world is in shock. It's a massive doping scandal that rocks the Olympics. Johnson's legacy is forever tarnished. Chapter 9, McEnroe's Meltdowns. John McEnroe. A tennis genius, but also a man known for his fiery temper. Throughout his career, McEnroe treated us to a symphony of tantrums. He argued with umpires, he shouted at linesmen, he even abused his racket. "You cannot be serious," became his catchphrase. His outbursts were legendary. They made him both loved and loathed. But there's no denying, McEnroe made tennis more entertaining. Chapter 10, The Confession, Lance Armstrong. He was the cancer survivor who became a cycling icon. He won 7 Tour de France titles. He was an inspiration to millions. But in 2013, the truth came crashing down. Armstrong admitted to using performance-enhancing drugs throughout his career. The cycling world was rocked to its core. His legacy was shattered. Armstrong went from hero to zero. It was a stunning fall from grace. Outroad, the debate rages on. In the world of sports, emotions run high and passions often spill over. Whether it's fans in a bar, athletes on the field, or commentators in the studio, everyone has an opinion. These debates are what make sports so thrilling and unpredictable. So there you have it. The moments that make us cheer, cry, and sometimes shake our heads in disbelief. From the euphoria of victory to the agony of defeat, sports capture the full spectrum of human emotion. It's these highs and lows that keep us coming back for more, season after season. The top 10 unsportsmanlike moments in pro sports. These are the instances that have left an indelible mark on the history of sports. Moments that have sparked endless debates and discussions, both online and offline. They remind us that while sports can bring out the best in us, they can also reveal our darker sides. Moments of madness, cheating, and downright disgrace. These are the incidents that have tarnished the reputations of athletes and teams alike. They serve as cautionary tales, reminding us of the importance of sportsmanship and fair play. Yet they also add to the drama and intrigue that make sports so compelling. These incidents left a stain on the world of sports, sparking debates that continue to this day. Thanks for watching. Whether it's a controversial call by a referee or a moment of sheer brilliance overshadowed by poor behavior, these events keep the conversation going. They remind us that sports are not just about the game, but also about the stories and emotions that come with it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more sports content. Join the conversation and share your thoughts on these unforgettable moments. Your engagement helps us bring you more of the content you love. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the world of sports. Let us know in the comments which moment you think was the most unsportsmanlike. Was it Tyson's bite, Zidane's headbutt, or perhaps another moment that stands out in your memory? These incidents have become part of sports lore and your opinion matters. Or maybe another moment that gets under your skin? The debate rages on. As long as there are sports, there will be debates. And as long as there are debates, there will be passionate fans ready to defend their views. So keep the conversation alive and let your voice be heard. The world of sports is richer for it.